Mindfulness of the current thoughts is a DBT skill that can help us to change our relationship to our thoughts. Think of thoughts as what they are, sensation of brain. You're the observer of thoughts. Think of them as in the passenger seat instead of driving. We often react to thoughts, even when they're in conflict with themselves. For example, you may argue with yourself about what shirt to wear. We have an emotional reaction as if our thoughts are true, even as they argue with themselves. We often suffer unnecessarily or are reactive when we react to thoughts instead of the facts they are meant to represent. For example, you're walking in a hallway and wave to someone you know. If the person doesn't wave back, you may think they're embarrassed to know you. Then, this makes you feel bad about yourself. The fact was that the person did not wave back. Your thought was that they were embarrassed to know you. Observing thoughts helps you to see your thoughts are just thoughts. That is, they are sensations of the mind coming and going. All thoughts are temporary, just as all sensations are temporary. Some research studies suggest that 80% of thoughts are negative and 95% are exactly the same repetitive thoughts as the day before. Observing thoughts is about changing our relationship to our own thoughts, rather than changing the thoughts themselves or trying to get rid of them. Painful and distressing thoughts, both accurate and inaccurate, go through everyone's mind at some point. The task is to find a new way of relating to negative or painful thoughts so that they do not induce so much suffering. How to be mindful of current thoughts? First, observe your thoughts. See them as waves coming and going, or a leaf floating down a stream. Don't suppress them and don't hold on to them. Just observe them as they come and go. Don't judge them or analyze them, simply observe them. Next, adopt a curious mind. Notice that every thought goes into your mind and every thought goes out of your mind. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Do not necessarily act on your thoughts. Remember times when you have had different thoughts. Remember that catastrophic thinking is emotion mind. Don't block or suppress thoughts. Just allow them and observe them. Suppressing them doesn't work. For example, saying, "Do not think about a cup of coffee." When we try not to think of something, we often think of it more. When we resist, we persist. Instead, observe the thought. I am having a thought about a steaming cup of coffee. Thoughts are often interpretations of the facts and not the facts themselves. We can label these thoughts to ourselves as stories we made up. For example, I am telling myself a story that he didn't say hi to me in the hallway because he is embarrassed to be associated with me. By labeling a thought as just a thought or a story, we are creating that small separation from labeling it as if it is a fact. We often get caught up in thoughts of the past or worries about the future. Simply notice them. I am having a thought that my boss is upset with me, and come back to this moment. Mindfulness of the current thought helps us to no longer be controlled by our thoughts. It enables us to observe our thoughts, label them as thoughts, and come back to this moment.